Okay, ready to go, Sharkma? Okay. I just have to see if my pants are down. Okay. I have to pull my pants up in case if I had some emergency, okay? Yeah. Because I don't want to pull my pants down and just not going somewhere, okay? Yeah. Okay, I'll close the door behind me. You know what? What is it, laborer? Where are we going? To the Enemy Student Public Library. Oh, yeah. Good. Because I need to, darn it. It's going down. What's going down? I'm not sure yet. It's my pants. Oh, yeah. Okay, we need to take some of these DVDs. Yeah. So, would you like to take some DVDs back to the library?
No, Alex's can stay here.
Is this only 7 days?
Yeah, I know, but he only got them yesterday.
Yesterday? I see. Thank you. Think what?
Thanks for remembering that Alex has leaving.
Good. Anyway, come on. What's the matter? Nothing? Yeah, I'm going to the library, okay? I got my wallet and my phone. And, me and Sharakima and Mirakanhata and Lee Rubu are going to Art Gallery as well. Okay. Can you put Winston in the kitchen or outside?
Yep.
Thank you. What?
Is it raining?
I don't think so.
Is your step still dry?
The stuff's still dry, yeah. Okay. Love you too. I'll be careful. Bye. Now then. What do we do about them? Hello. Okay. I need to, just, pull those hands up. What? These are falling down. You know what I was talking about? What? What are you talking about? Oh, I see it's falling down. You know what? I'll just, pull this one on, and I'll just, we'll just look at a minute, okay? Okay, good. There's nothing to so, yeah? Okay. This should be good to go. Good. Anyway, did you watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Makoto? Yes, I watched Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on TV Plus yesterday. Was it good? Yeah, we watched it. It's like we're making movies. Yeah. Do you know what movies you're gonna watch next? The next movie I'm gonna watch is Fantasia. Fantasia? Yeah, Fantasia. You know the classical music they can do? Uh-huh. This is what Disney Plus looks like. Yeah, I love the Fantasia. If you love Fantasia, then you should go watch it on Disney Plus. Yeah. Okay then. So, that should be it. Okay. You know what did I do in March? What? I did do something in March on my big computer. It was like, what do you remember? What do you remember, Makoto? I remember it's from, oh yeah, St. Patrick's Day slideshow. And, Rocket and Groot and Drax and Remy and Neil are outside the backyard getting in trouble for math because they didn't like math. And then there's the second part and there's the third part. Yeah, what else? They got to Keep On Keeping On by Dogfest. The Red Army by Dogfest. Yeah. And the Trash Cans by Dogfest. Yeah. And we got Mother Using Graham 2015 Part 2, Volume 2. And then we got, what else do we got? Did we do Keon? Yeah, we did Keon. Keon on December Tunnel, March 2015. Yeah, and what else? We got, oh yeah, let me see now. What else do we do? Yeah, Keon episode 2, 2015, right? That's right. I think I heard a flying Pegasus. A flying Pegasus? Yeah. Pegasus flew by. Well, that's a Pegasus flew by, huh? Yeah, there's a Pegasus up here, and I can't look. Yeah. I know it's a Pegasus. Probably there's a Pegasus up here. Yeah. Sometimes you didn't want me to show this something. Yeah. It's okay though, huh? Yeah, probably. I can hear the Pegasus up here. Yeah, Pegasus, huh? Oh, what was that? Oh, that's just, that's just a centaur. Yeah. A centaur, huh? Yeah, that walks like a human and walks like a horse. Yeah. You know, actually, I'm a vampire. You're a vampire? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna suck your blood. Why? Because I'm hungry. You're hungry because you want to suck my blood? Or not? No, then I'm hungry. I just want to suck your blood because I need to, just showing my teeth together. Yeah, probably. Okay, so, she parked right there, so it should be good. Good. Alright then. There's no parking space over there, too. Yeah. This should be good by then. Do you smell something? Yeah, I smell McDonald's. Or I smell like restaurant or something. You smell like restaurant? Yeah. Well, it smells good anyway. Oh, look, birds. Birds, how? I don't know. Look, there's another bird already. Look, there's another one. And look, a dove. A dove? Yeah, a dove. Okay. What it feels like down there. You know. I don't know what it feels like down there, but it's okay. Good. Just like we were watching a mythology over there. So, are you a werecat? Uh-huh. And what do you be? And what did you be, Dragon Hunter? Werewolf. A werewolf? Yeah, I see. A werewolf, huh? That's good. Everyone else can read the creatures. Everyone else says a creature like this. Yeah. Besides, I am a vampire, so I can suck blood. Yeah. You can suck other people's blood, like me. And American Hunter too. Yeah, I could do that. Let's do it then. Okay, the TV's not on, so the garden is full of, I guess it should be grass time, right? Grass time? Yeah, it should be springtime. It is spring, isn't it? Well, the snow's almost melting. Look, there's a green grass over there. Yeah, it's a green grass, huh? Yep, that's a green grass over there. Hey, that's good. Maybe we should have some green grass together to make our spring vacation. What's a spring vacation, Sharkima? Spring vacation? Oh yeah, spring vacation means you have to go somewhere in the world during your vacation. Like going to Gatineau, going to Gloucester, going to Super Mario Bros, and going to Toronto, and going to Ottawa or something. Or London, or Paris, or Hawaii, or Norway, or Dubai, or Walt Disney World, or Disneyland, or Tokyo Disneyland, or What else is there? We've got Hong Kong Disneyland, right? Yep. Disneyland Paris. What else is there? You got Shanghai Disneyland? Yeah, Shanghai Disneyland. That's for sure. Okay, that's good. I really hope that everyone else is going to be a holiday off for spring vacation. You know what? If you and me can work together, you just go and have some fun. Yeah. I like working in tunnels like that. Yeah. What's the dog doing here? No, there's our 2 dogs. Come on, are you kidding me? There's a dog right here. Yeah. We want to wait for a light. Come on, go on. No, there's another dog over there. Darn it. Why? Don't yell. Let me just check and see where the car's coming. There's no cars here. Okay. That's good. Okay, she's going to the left, so she'll be fine. Cool. What was that? What was that? Oh, that's a nun. I don't know what if she's a nun or... Okay, that's good. These dogs are like, you know, trying to look at me, don't he? Sorry! Alright, well, it's okay to just... Thank you very much. You told me, good girl. Okay. Anyway, yeah. What's our vision retiring with us in 2020? Weight, weights, and care. Okay. I can't call the phone number. 613-968-7449. Yeah. Cool, huh? Yeah. I think the virus up likes to be, you know. Oh gosh, there's so much more. There's so much more to come, right? Yeah, there's so much more to come. What is that? Like between those things and these things. Yeah. Gotta wear my pants out in case. Yeah. Ah, it's so good. Yeah. What happens till the green light comes? You know. Is it gonna be long? Nothing's gonna be long, huh? Okay. Still wonder why though. Yeah. I get this point. Yeah. Okay, here it comes. Let's go. Do you know this temple is? What? Sensoji. It is Sensoji, huh? Yeah, that's Sensoji. It's cool. Okay, we'll just have to wait here. Wait here? Yeah, we'll have to wait here just in case. Okay, good. The water's falling down. What's that? What was that? Oh, there's a green light. No. Those things kind of happen here. You only hear the water dripping on down the drain. Yeah. Or to the water hole. Look at that. Nope, we have to go. Okay, good. If it doesn't respect each other, that's probably fine. Yeah, there's the Notre Dame. Is that the Notre Dame? It goes way up here to the wires. Yeah. I like how the wire was really up. Yeah, I know that, huh? Yeah, I like it. This is magnificent. Yeah, it was magnificent, huh? Yeah, I like it. It looks really big. It looks really big, huh? How big was the cathedral? I'm not sure yet. This cathedral was really good. Yeah, it's well done by sculpture, by For architect toys. Yeah. That's the abandoned newspaper place. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I guess they abandoned this place. Yeah. There's no more fans or anything. Yeah. I guess they shut down the newspaper company. And that's, what's this one? You know what this one? What? It looks like a museum. A military museum. A military museum? Yeah. Military museum. Yeah, that's good. But it's closed. Yeah. You ever see something? Yeah, I can see something. What's that? No, yes. That sounds really good. That sounds really good, huh? Yeah, it sounds really good. I like how the abandoned places really, and then, yeah. This one's Echo Hair, where you can have haircuts too. Yeah, you can have a hairdresser if you do. You can always do that too. Yeah. I can always do that too. Okay. This one's Henderson Williams, LLP. Right by the side over there. Yeah? You hear something? That's a car. Is that a car? Yeah, it's a car. That was EDL Dental Studio. That's a dental studio? Yeah, it's an old place to live. So that's an old place, huh? Yep. It's called EDL Dental Studio, LTD. Wow. EDL Dental Studio. Yep. Inside it says no soul sighting. Yeah. And that's the core center. The core center? Yep, that's the core center. Where they make this. Yes. They put on to a documentary festival. So that's a documentary festival? Yep. The core center means International Film Festival will be on. Is it Dockfest? Yes, Dockfest. Okay. Perfect. Okay. That's a good thing. They're living on a nest up here. I like that one too. It's so cool up there. I used to want to go up here. Well, that's a doctor's office, you know. Yeah, probably. Okay, we're good now. Let's go. Then downtown district. Downtown district? Yep, NUCO downtown district. Established 1878. 1878? Yep, 1878. Cool. With Peter Smith. James Bertram Pollack. Cool. Okay, there's no dogs around outside, so yep, it should be good. Cool. Alright, do you want to go inside? Okay, whoa. Alright, let's go inside. I like how it is. Do you like it how it is? You know, gallery hours is on Monday to Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday's closed on the 3rd floor. Yeah. Afternoon book club. Wow. Oh, what's up here? Literati. Oh. Okay, so the East Central Ontario Art Association 62nd member jury artist exhibition and sale will be on March 25th. So we're on March 2nd right now. Okay. So we should be a lot of time to go. Okay, what do we have here? We've got Edmund in the Wasp. Justice League. Sorry, and that's the beach comic. Cool. Okay, let's go inside the library. Okay? You know what that new girl is. I know what it is too. She looks kind of new. Yeah, probably. The new librarian, huh? Yeah. Okay, what do we call it? There's a crow, goldfinch, Armin 2. Do we see Olsen Shaw? No. Okay, I'll take this one. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Do we see 2? Oh, there's 2 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 minutes. Oh, postpone. Postpone? Yeah, postpone. Okay, I think I got all this. Cool. Alright then, let's buy it. Okay. So just have to please wait in line here. Okay, good.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
I can help you right here.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got 3 movies, but it's including Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, good.
I was Hobbs and Shaw though. I like calling 2 minutes too. Yeah. Okay, now I have this one. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'll just have to put this memory card back in. Okay, it's here. Okay, we're good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm going to allow Kelly.
Oh, okay.
Good. It's March 6 to 8. That's strong. March 6 to 8? Yeah, that's right. Cool. Okay, let's go to the art gallery. Hey, I love going to art gallery. Do you love going to art gallery? Yeah. Okay, so that's number 3. 3? Yeah, that's number 3. What's that here? Door open, door hold, door closed. Yeah. Some things I haven't been to these days. What's that, Makado? Like been to this, all the galleries first been. And put on to a library, right? Yeah, sometimes we can do to the Lake Foundation. Yeah. Okay, the gallery's closed, so the shouldn't be there. This one's open. This one's open. Yeah. Okay, let's take some Valley 3 over there. Yeah. That was it, huh? Yeah, that was it. Oh, landscape painting. They're all landscape paintings, so they shouldn't be over there. You know what that says? Huh? It says bright blues. Okay. Look at that logo. Yeah, it says punch buggy. Yeah, I know that now. Oh, yeah, I like it. I like it too. It's made out of wood. Yeah, stuff like it. Isn't it really cool out there? Huh? It looks like it's really cool. Oh, it's a nice butterfly. Yeah. They're all paintings, right? Yeah. Yeah, oh my goodness, it's nice. I want to take a peek inside and see what I'm going on. This is pretty cool. I like this one. Yeah. They're all fun. And there's the street there. Is that a street there? Yeah, there's a street car over there. Looks like a city streetcar. Really Istanbul. And there's the broken can. One. The broken Coca-Cola? The Coca-Cola can. Wow. That's kind of fun. Yeah, that's good. I got a video for it. Yeah, probably. No noise, right? I always thought landscaping is really good. This is really cool. Yeah. That sounds really cool. What should I do with this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Peggy's Farm. Peggy's Farm? Yeah, Peggy's Farm. By Leigh Thompson. Leigh Thompson? Yeah, Peggy's Farm by Leigh Thompson. Okay. First I need to see this camera to take a picture. Okay. Peggy's Farm by Leigh Thompson. I need to take a peek inside and see what's going on in there. Yeah, I don't want to see this, but it's kind of dark in there. It's kind of dark in there. I'm not sure yet. There's a guy with me close. So Leigh Thompson. Leigh. It's Leigh. Thompson. Leigh Thompson. Peggy's Farm. I think that's concept of interest. The last suburb of Bob Tonoff. Yeah. Look at this thing here. Very close to this new show is around. Look at this. See that one too? Okay, let's go back now. Is that it? Yeah, that's Peggy's Farm. Peggy's Farm by Leigh Thompson. Conflict of interest. The last suburb on Bob Tonoff. Leigh Thompson, huh? Okay. I think we have guys look on now, so there shouldn't be enough time. Okay. Well, I like the art though. I like all the arts are really good. Yeah. Okay, let's go down. You know this right here. Yeah. Okay, let's go to ground floor. Ground floor, huh? Yeah, ground floor. It was really cool art though. Yeah. Well, that Gallery 3 is closed because they're putting on to a show. Yeah, they're putting on to a show, right? They're putting on to a show just in case there's something going on in Gallery 3. Yeah. But that's okay. Gallery 3 is closed. Yeah. Okay, we're in we're not there right here, okay? Yeah. Okay, so this is good. So what the community events are, I don't know if that too. Okay then, so let's go outside. Cool. I wonder why the girls are too. Oh yeah, they're running away, so they're okay. Okay, I need to pull my pants up. Good. I think I like the art though. Leigh Thompson, right? Yeah, Leigh Thompson. Peggy's Farm. That's right, Peggy's Farm and by Leigh Thompson. Cool. And that's Bob Tonoff's conflict of interest, The Last Supper. Yeah, I like it too. I like it too because there's a lot of things, different things in there too. Yeah. We're going. Yeah. You ever see the light on top? Yeah. I like it too. Okay, we're good now. Don't you love it? You love it? Uh-huh. I love it when it turns out. Yeah. You know what? What? I think I should take a picture of street light. Yeah. Good time, huh? Yeah. There's a lot of core centers over there. Yeah, lovely. Cool, huh? Yep. There's paramedics over there. Japanese country, supporting people in our community. Japanese my paramedic. Yeah. Cool, huh? Yep. Bay of Mai is over there. Yeah. It sounds really good painting, right? Yeah. We'll take a Tanimano with us. A Tanimano? Yeah, a Tanimano would be really good. Yeah. Let's take a Tanimano with us and we'll have to say, look, we're Hawaii and that's casino. Well, that's why. That's that. Yeah, you like to go to city bus like that? Yeah, I'll get the bus ticket. You know, I should get money. Money? Yeah, I should get money for myself. Yeah. If I could get money, that should be fine. Cool. Because I need cash. Do you need cash? Yeah, I need cash. Cool. So, do you want to make cash, right? I can only make cash because I can only get money for my Christmas. Yeah. I only get bus tickets for Christmas, I don't know. Maybe we'll get bus tickets, okay? Yeah, good idea, huh? Yep. So, Anime Studio bus tickets, right? Anime Studio City bus tickets, right? Yep. Okay, here we go. What if I still get money? I'm not sure yet. I still have money though, but it's okay. Cool. Which money do you have? It's in my pocket. Cool, huh? Yep. Well, I can push debit card if I want to, or plug in bus tickets. Yeah. If I go to the terminal like that, it's right there in the terminal. Yeah. Good, huh? It makes me want to go to a pizza like that. Maybe I can walk. You can walk? That's far. Well, I can only walk this far. Yeah. I can walk far enough. Cool, huh? I just have to wait for a while, okay? Okay. You know what I should do? What do you think we should do? The only thing I should do is taking up the job. Yeah. This is all that, huh? Yeah. Okay, wait till the green says go. And I have to wait for red to stop. And I have to wait for red light to stop. You have to wait for the red light? I have to wait for the red light to come. Okay, good. Just keep looking at the light, okay? Yeah, good idea. Huh? Yep, good idea. Because I need to wait for the red light to come. Yeah. Okay, when the red light says stop, then we should go. Okay? Okay, good. So I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait. Yeah. You're gonna have to wait, right? Yeah, here it comes. Okay, this says stop. Slow down, and that's stop. And then we go. Yeah. Okay then. We're good. Yeah, we're good at last. What's the dog doing there? I don't know. It looks like a German Shepherd to me. An evil German Shepherd. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Okay, we have to wait for this to come. Really? Yeah. Okay, I'm waiting for this red light to come. Yeah, good idea. You hear that? You hear that? Oh no! It's just a truck, right? No! Another truck. Yeah. Okay, here comes the slow down light. Okay, here comes the stop light. Here we go. And then we go. Yeah. Okay. Sounds like it's a really lot of fun, right? Yeah. Okay. So we'll be able to go, we go. Yeah. Well, I have to teach class about it. What are you going to teach class about? About the filmmaking lesson. Yeah. Good idea, huh? I don't know why the dog said stop, right? I don't know what the dog said stop. I'm not sure yet, too. Wait, do you hear that? Yeah, I can hear that too. What's that? It looks like a... That's the Mothman. The Mothman? It looks like it sounds like that. It's a Mothman doing a horn sound. A Mothman doing a horn sound? That's right. A Mothman doing a horn sound. Wow. That's good. Okay. Well, we should probably get going. Where? So, what is she taking off her clothes for? I don't know. Oh, she's putting her shoes on. Yeah, she's putting her shoes on. Okay, she don't want to naked that way, right? I don't know. And she's putting it on. Yeah? Okay. She's putting back in. Boots back in. Yeah? Maybe she needs a little help. No, she's good. Okay. See. Okay, what does it have to do? Okay, we need to wait for cars coming. Nope. Okay, let's go. Okay, good. So there's no cars coming, so we'll be able to go. Cool. Okay, she's going. Cool. You ever see something? What? The dog is cussing her out. Really? Yeah. She's going that way instead. Darn it, he's going straight ahead. I know. Maybe she want to do something. Yeah. And then do something. I'm not sure yet. Okay, we're good. Cool. So the dog is far away, so we're far away from here. Yeah. So it should not be up by us. Cool. It's alright. I feel kind of something is really warm out today. Yeah, it's getting spring that day, huh? Look! The snow's melting, and now it's gonna be spring. Yeah! I think it's gonna be spring, huh? Yep, it's gonna be spring too soon, okay? Yeah, good. What is he doing here? I don't know. Where's he probably walking? Ooh. That's good. Okay. I wonder why. Yeah. I like the fire painting. Yeah. Remember the fire painting we used to got there? Yeah. Oh, she's turning right. She's turning left, so she's probably going that way. Yeah, she's probably going that way, right? Yep, that's right. Cool. So he's gone now. So she went to the left right there, to her house. That's good. Okay, I have to make sure nothing's behind me, okay? Cool. I cannot look back, okay? Yeah, good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go straight ahead. There's someone who's following me. Yeah, I don't have to ignore the looking for cars, okay? Okay, good. Yeah, just ignore them. Cool. Alright, so, we better go walking. Yeah. Good look, okay? I'm not looking, don't worry. Cool, huh? Yeah. I look over the houses, but no people's in there. No people on here. Yeah. Okay, so. Wait, there's a dog right there. Darn you! There's two dogs around here, too. He's coming back! He's coming back? Yeah, he's coming back, because he's going back to our place. Yeah. And I don't need it. Please go right this time. Please go right. Please go right. No, please go right. Ah, thank you. He's going left. Cool. Okay, just wait. What happened to them? Come on, just... He might hear you. Please look at me. I hope I did it. Come on. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Jeez. I like Olsen. Yeah. There's no people out here, so we should be good. Yeah. I guess we should go to McDonald's by walking. Walking? Yeah, my mom was used to see. Yeah. How many times do you want to go walking? Well, it's March 8th, it should be time swimming, okay? Time swimming? Yeah. Okay. That's good. That works. Okay, that's good. Why is the police department over there? Why is the police department over there? I'm not sure yet. Why are they gonna arrest them? I think they're gonna get in house arrest. Shush. You don't want to hear that, right? No, we're good. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, when the police are here, I need to look for costume, okay? Okay, there's no one behind, okay? Alright, we're good. Let's go. The shit, okay? Here's my shit. I don't know who's looking at. So, police station, huh? Yeah, probably. Okay, look at them. Oh, this one, that's a stealth mode, right? Yeah, probably. You see a police investigation there. I cannot say police investigation. Yeah. Okay, so, they're probably able to go. Yeah. Okay, what do we have to do? I wonder why. Look, they're birds. Birds? Yeah, they're like they're birds. Cool. Oh, I like this one. Yeah. You know what? I think I should take care of you, okay? I should take care of you, because I'm a vampire. Really? Yep. Okay. Well, it's gonna be, spring now, right? Yeah, it's gonna be spring. Cool. I guess they're talking, right? Yeah, the police are talking. I better tell Mom that, the police are talking on the street. Yeah. Cool, huh? Yep. Cool. I still wonder why the dog's barking at in my room. Okay, here's my house. Cool. Okay, so good. Okay. Well, I should probably go inside. Yeah. I don't know what the dog's doing that. Not sure. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I guess it's our time, huh? Yep. Cool. Alright then. Oh, you should take off your boots. Yeah, good idea. I should take off my boots, huh? Yeah. Okay, so we should probably go to my computer room, right? Yeah, my computer has not turned on, so I haven't turned on the computer. You haven't turned the computer on? No? Okay. Well, I guess it should be fine. Okay. Mom? I just saw a police arriving at Gundam Street.
Oh,
Yeah, they're talking on the cars, and they're talking on this side of my sidewalk.
oh.
Yeah, they're talking, so they're not being arrested yet. There's no police arrest. They're just talking, alright? Yeah. Okay then. So, where do you have to go? Yeah. You should probably turn off anyway, right? Yeah, to teach class, right? Yeah, to teach class right there. Huh? Yep. Got to put this down right here, and I'm gonna put this up here. I'm gonna put this right here, and then I'm going to put this right here. I'm gonna turn off the video recorder. Yeah, ready. Okay, here it goes. Hello class, welcome to this week's filmmaking lesson. So this is going to be a sponsored video this week. It's going to be Shikoto Anime Team Reference 3 Episode 04. Okay, there must be something new to this Shikoto Anime that has been uploaded to Kiss Anime. So first, we will be doing home video releases. If you go to 2019-2020 home video, it will show up on Wikipedia. Let's go to 2020 home video and see. Okay, there were lots of films to do with this week, right? Okay, on today, we will be doing A Bug's Life 1998 film. Here's a plot to this film. Ant Island is a colony of ants led by the queen and her daughter, Princess Ada. Every season, they are forced to give food to the gang of marauding grasshoppers led by Hopper. One day, when Flick, an individualist, and would be a mentor, inadvertently knocks the offering onto a stream with his latest invention, a grain harvesting device, Hopper demands twice as much food as compensation. When Flick suggests in earnest that they seek help from the other stronger bugs, the other ants see it as an opportunity to remove him and send him off. At the Bug City, which is a heap of trash under the trailer, Flick mistakes a troupe of circus bugs who were recently dismissed by their greedy ringmaster Peachy Flea for the warrior bugs he seeks. The bugs, in turn, mistake Flick for a talent agent and accept his offer to travel with him back to Ant Island. During a welcome ceremony upon their arrival, the circus bugs and Flick both discover their mutual misunderstandings. The circus bugs attempt to leave, but are attacked by a bird. While fleeing, they save Dot, Anta's younger sister, gaining the ants' respect in the process. At Flick's request, they continue to Russ of being warriors, so the troupe can continue to enjoy the hospitality of the ants. Hearing that Hopper fears birds inspires Flick to create a false bird to scare away the grasshoppers. Meanwhile, Hopper tells his gang how greatly the ants outnumber them and worries that they will eventually rebel against them. The ants finish constructing the fake bird, but during a celebration, Pretty Flea arrives, searching for his troupe, and inadvertently reveals their secret. Outraged by Flick's deception, the ants exile him and desperately attempt to gather food for a new offering to the grasshoppers. However, when Hopper returns to discover the mediocre offering, he takes over the island and demands the ants' winter food supply, planning to assassinate the queen afterwards. Overhearing the plan, Dot persuades Flick and the circus bugs to return to Ant Island. After the circus bugs distract the grasshoppers long enough to rescue the queen, Flick deploys the bird and it initially fools the grasshoppers, but Peachy Flea, who also mistakes it for a real bird, burns it, exposing it as a decoy. Hopper beats Flick in retaliation, saying that the ants are humble and lowly life forms who live to serve the grasshoppers. However, Flick responds that Hopper actually fears the colony because he has always known what they are capable of, inspiring the ants and the circus bugs to fight back against the grasshoppers. The ants attempt to force Hopper out of Ant Island using Peachy Flea's circus cannon, but it suddenly begins to rain. In the ensuing chaos, Hopper frees himself from the cannon and abducts Flick. After the circus bugs fail to catch them, Atta rescues Flick. As Hopper pursues them, Flick lures him to the nest of the bird he, Dot, and the circus bugs encountered earlier. Thinking that the bird is another decoy, Hopper taunts it before discovering in panic that it is real. It is captured and devoured by its chicks. With their enemies gone, Flick has improved his inventions, along with the quality of life for Ant Island. He and Atta become a couple, and they give Hopper's younger brother Molt and a few ants to Peachy Flea as new members of his troupe. Atta and Dot, respectively, become the new queen and princess. The ants congratulate Flick as a hero and bid a fond farewell to the circus troupe, who promise to return in the future. Alright, on tomorrow, We Move Between Dark Waters, 2019 film. Here's the plot to this film. Robert Boylott, Mark Ruffalo, a corporate lawyer from Cincinnati, Ohio, working for a law firm, Taft, Stettinius, and Hollister, is visited by farmer Wilbur Tennant. Tennant asks that Robert link a number of an unexplained deaths in Parkersburg, West Virginia, to one of the world's largest corporations, DuPont, and gives Robert a large case of videotapes which Robert puts inside. While Robert is actually a corporate defense lawyer and he helps chemical companies pollute without breaking the law, he still visits the tenant's farm as a gesture of respect and kindness, especially since his grandmother still lives in Parkersburg. When he reaches the farm, Tennant reveals that over the past couple of years, he has lost over 190 cows to strange medical conditions such as bloated organs, black teeth, and huge tumors. At the farm, Robert witnesses the problem firsthand when Tennant is forced to put down a tumor-covered cow. Even though he is a defense lawyer who is on very good terms with executives at DuPont, he broaches the subject with DuPont attorney Phil Donnelly, Victor Garber, who politely tells him he is not aware of the specifics, but will help out in any way he can. Robert files a small suit so he can gain information through legal discovery of the chemicals that have been dumped on the site. He does not find anything useful, then realizes it is possible that whatever poisoned Tennant's cattle could be something that is not even regulated by the EPA, and so is not listed by the EPA report that he has inquired into. With a reluctant agreement from Robert's boss, Tom Turp, Robert forces DuPont to turn over all of its information, resulting in angry words between Phil and Robert in an attempt to hide the truth. DuPont sends Robert hundreds of boxes, hoping to bury the evidence, But Robert goes through the evidence meticulously and finds numerous references to PFOA, a chemical with no references in any medical textbooks. Later, in the middle of the night, Robert's pregnant wife, Sarah, Anne Hathaway, finds him tearing the carpet off the floors and going through their pans. He tells her they are being poisoned, and she thinks he has gone mad, until he explains that he has found deep in the DuPont documents perfluoroalkylic acid, PFOA, C8, used to manufacture Teflon. It was created for army tanks, but then used by companies in American homes for primarily nonstick pans. DuPont has been running tests of the effect of it for decades, including on animals and on their own employees. Their own studies show that it caused cancer in animals, people, and birth defects in babies of women working on their line, and they never said a thing. They then dumped hundreds of gallons of toxic sludge upriver from Tennant's farm. Even worse, PFOA and similar compounds are forever chemicals, that do not leave the bloodstream and slowly accumulate over time. Teflon is used in everything from non-stick pans to plastics, and it's likely that every American on the planet has PFOA in her bloodstream. Tennant, meanwhile, has been shunned by the entire local community for suing their biggest employer. His house is broken into, and he gets sicker. Robert goes to him with the evidence and tells Tennant to take the settlement DuPont is offering. But Tennant refuses, wanting justice and not wanting to stay silent. He tells Robert he and his wife both have cancer. Robert feels guilty, and so while he gets Wilbur Tennant the settlement, he also writes a brief with all the DuPont evidence and sends it to the EPA and Department of Justice. Among others, the EPA fines DuPont $16.5 million. Robert, however, is not satisfied. He realizes that the residents of Parkersburg will feel the effect of DuPont's PFOA for the rest of their lives. He decides to seek medical monitoring for all residents of Parkersburg in one big class action suit. However, a call from a local resident, the Kiggers, reveals that DuPont sent a letter notifying the residents of the presence of PFOA, thus starting the statute of limitations of giving any further action only a month to begin. Since PFOA is not regulated, they argue that DuPont is liable because the amount in the water was a lot higher than the 1 part per billion their internal documents argued to be safe. In court, DuPont claims that they did a new study that says that 150 parts per billion is safe. Robert is aghast, and the locals begin protesting DuPont, and the story becomes national news. DuPont agrees to settle for $70 million. Legally, they are only required to do medical monitoring if scientists prove that a PFOA causes the ailments. So an independent scientific review is set up to study the effects of PFOA. If they find in favor, DuPont will have to pay up in order to get data for it. The firm tells the locals that they can get their settlement money after donating blood. and nearly 7,000 people donate to the study. Over 7 years pass with no result from the study. Tennant passes away, the Kiger family are harassed locally, and Robert faces extreme financial strain, having worked the entire case on the promise of the settlement and continuing to work on it, having to pay scientific experts. He has taken pay cut upon pay cut at the firm, and things are tense with Sarah. When Tom tells him he needs to take another pay cut, Robert collapses, shaking at the hospitals. The doctors tell Sarah he had an ischemia, or minor stroke, and that he needs to get on new medication and stop dealing with so much stress. Sarah tells Tom to stop making Robert feel like a failure, since he is doing something for people who needed help. Finally, the scientific review contacts Robert and tells him that PFOA causes multiple cancers and other diseases. At dinner and with his family, Robert is informed that DuPont is reneging on the entire agreement. He is angry, saying Tennant told him that there would not be any justice, and he did not believe him. So Robert decides to take each defendant's case to DuPont one at a time. The post-credits information explains that Robert won his first 3 multi-million-dollar settlements against DuPont, and finally DuPont settles the class action for $671 million. PFOA is still in the blood of 99% of life on Earth. And thousands of chemicals are still unregulated. Alright, on Wednesday, we will be doing Monsters Incorporated 2001 film. Here's a plot in this film. The city of Monstropolis in the monster world is powered by energy from the screams of human children. At the Monsters Incorporated factory, skilled monsters employed as scarers venture into the human world to scare children and harvest their screams through doors that activate portals to children's bedroom closets. It is considered dangerous work. As human children are believed to be toxic, energy and production is failing because children are becoming less easily scared. In Henry J. Water News, the company's chairman is determined to find a solution to the problem. James P. Sullivan and his best friend Mike Wazowski are the organization's top employees, but their chief rival, Randall Boggs, is close behind. One evening after work, Sully discovers that Randall has left the door activated on the scare floor and a small girl has entered the factory. After several failed attempts by Sully to put her back, Randall sends the door back into the factory store vault, and Sully conceals her and takes her out of the factory. He inadvertently interrupts Mike's date with his girlfriend Celia at a sushi restaurant, and chaos erupts when the child is discovered. Sully and Mike manage to escape with the child before the Child Detection Agency (CDA) quarantines the restaurant. They soon discover that she is not toxic after all. Sully grows attached to her and calls her Boo, while Mike is just anxious to be rid of her. The duo smuggle her back into the factory disguised as a baby monster and attempt to send her home. Randall discovers Boo and tries to kidnap her, but mistakenly kidnaps Mike instead. He straps Mike into a large machine called the Scream Extractor, which he intends to use to revolutionize the scaring industry and solve the monster world's energy problems by forcefully extracting screams from kidnapping human children. Before Randall can use the machine on Mike, Sully intervenes and reports Randall to Warner News, but Warner News, who is secretly in league with Randall, exiles Mike and Sully to the Himalayas instead. The two meet the abominable snowman, who tells them about a nearby village, which Sully realizes that he can use to return to the factory. Sully prepares to return, but Mike refuses to go with him. Meanwhile, Randall is preparing to use the scream extractor on Boo, but Sully suddenly arrives and saves her, destroying the machine in the process. Randall and Sully battle, and after Mike returns and helps Sully overpower Randall, and the two reconcile, take Boo, and flee. Randall pursues them to the door vault, and a wild chase ensues among the millions of doors as they move in and out of the storage vault and rails to the factory floor. Boo's laughter causes all the doors to activate at once, allowing the monsters to freely pass in and out of the human world. Randall attempts to kill Sully, but Boo overcomes her fear of Randall and attacks him, enabling Sully to catch him. Sully and Mike then trap Randall in the human world, where two residents at a trailer park mistake him for an alligator and beat him with a shovel. Sully and Mike take Boo and her door to the training room and trick Swananoose into revealing his plot with Randall. With help from the CDA and Ross, the Scare Flora secretary, who is revealed to be the CDA's leader, Mike secretly records the entire conversation with the CDA to review, and Wondernoose is arrested. Ross thanks Sully and Mike for their help, orders them to return Boo home, and has Boo's door demolished to prevent any monsters from making further contact with her. With the factory temporarily shut down, Sully is named the new CEO of Monsters Incorporated. Under his leadership, the energy crisis is solved by harvesting children's laughter instead of screams, as laughter has been found to be 10 times more potent. Mike takes Sully aside, revealing that he has rebuilt Boo's door. It needs one final piece, which Sully took as a memento. In order to work, Sully puts the door chip into place, enters, and joyfully reunites with Boo. Alright. On Thursday, we will be doing Monsters University 2013 film. Here's a plot in this film. Michael Mike Wazowski, a young lonely monster who is despised by his fellow classmates due to the fact that he is not scary, aspires to become a scarer, a monster who enters the human world at night to scare children and harvest their screams for energy. After visiting Monsters Incorporated, Monstropolis' most profitable scaring company, on a school field trip, 11 years later, Mike is a first-year scare major at Monsters University, similar to Harvard University, where he meets Randall Boggs, his roommate, who he becomes immediate friend with, when James P. Sully Sullivan, who he immediately becomes bitter rivals with, as Sully tells Mike that he doesn't have a chance as a scarer. Mike studies hard and excels, while the privileged Sully, coming from a family of talented scarers, relies only on his natural ability and begins to falter. As the semester progresses, Mike and Sully attempt to join a fraternity, but only Sully is accepted into Omega Roar, the most prestigious fraternity on campus. At the semester's final exam, the two's rivalry escalates into a fight between them and causes them to accidentally break Dean Abigail Hardscrabble's cherished screen canister. Hardscrabble fails them both on the spot, citing Mike's complete lack of scariness and Sully's laziness, to which Roar Omega Roar promptly expels Sully. Wanting to prove himself, Mike enters the university scare games, and makes a deal with Hardscrabble. She will reinstate him and his team to the scare program if they win. But Mike must leave the university if they lose. He joins a fraternity of misfits named Ozma Kappa, but they are initially denied entry to the Great Games for being one team member short. So Mike reluctantly lets Sully join them upon seeing the competition. as his only way back into the Scare program, Orsma Kappa finishes last in the first challenge, but are saved from elimination when another team is disqualified for cheating. Orsma Kappa improves gradually due to Mike's training and intricate knowledge of scaring, and they advance through each following challenge. Finishing second to Roar Mega War in the final round, they defeat Roar Mega War as with a decisive final scare by Mike in the simulation bedroom. However, Mike discovers that the only one because Sully secretly rigged the machine to give Mike a maximum score. Determined to prove that he can become a scarer, Mike breaks into a school's door-making lab, where he enters a door to the human world, but upon finding himself at a summer camp in a cabin full of children that aren't scared of him, he is forced to flee into the woods. Meanwhile, Roar Mega War offers to reinstate Sully, but instead she confesses to Hardscrabble that he cheated just as she is alerted to Mike's break-in. Hardscrabble forbids anyone else from going in through the door, but Sully sneaks through to rescue Mike. After reconciling, they try to return, but are unable to exit after Hardscrabble deactivates the door while waiting for the authorities to arrive. Pursued by camp rangers, Mike realizes that the only way to escape is to generate enough scream energy to power the door from their side. Working together, Sully and Mike terrify the camp rangers and generate an overwhelming amount of scream energy, returning to the lab seconds before the device overloads and explodes in front of the surprised Hardscrabble. Sully and Mike are expelled from the university, while the other members of Uzma Kappa are accepted into the Scream program for the next semester, as Hardscrabble was impressed by their performances in the games. As Mike leaves on the bus, Sully chases him to raise his spirits. Hardscrabble then appears and wishes them good luck, stating that they were the first students to have surprised her. Sometime later, the two get jobs in the mail room of Monsters Incorporated, eventually working their way up to join the Scare team. Alright. On Friday, we will be doing Queen and Slim 2019 film by If It's For My Daughter, I Even Defeat the Demon Lord anime. Here's the plot in this film. A criminal defense attorney, Queen, has an awkward dinner with her tender date Slim in an Ohio diner. Slim drives Queen home afterwards. His supposedly erratic driving attracts the attention of a police officer, who pulls the two over and makes Slim step out of the car after not complying with his orders. The agitated and aggressive officer draws his gun on Slim, and when Queen gets out and tries to record the incident on her phone, he shoots at her, grazing her leg. Slim tackles the officer before grabbing his gun and shooting him. Queen tells Slim that they either have to go on the run or will spend the rest of their lives in prison. When they are run out of gas, the pair flags down a pickup truck for help. The driver, Edgar, turns out to be a sheriff in Kentucky. At the gas station, Edgar gets a notice on his radio about the Ohio officer's death and identifies Queen and Slim as the suspects. They hold Edgar at gunpoint and steal his truck, trapping him in their broken-down car's trunk. Queen and Slim travel to New Orleans to go to the house of her estranged uncle Earl, a pimp, for help. Although Earl is reluctant, Queen convinces him to aid them since she helped him avoid jail for killing her mother. Slim proposes that they escape to Cuba, and Earl tells them that when he was serving in Iraq, he saved the life of a Mr. Shepard, who would be able to help them get there from Miami. Quinn and Sim eventually take one of the Earl's cars and head towards Florida. As they continue their drive, in the morning, the couple's car breaks down. They take it to a black mechanic whose teenage son, Junior, expresses his admiration for them, who have now become widely recognizable and a symbol. The next day, Queen visits her mother's grave with Slim and shares her grief over the relationship she had with her mother, and the two have sex in their car. Elsewhere, at a protest in support of Queen and Slim, Junior pulls a gun on a black officer and impulsive shoots him in the face, and is subsequently killed. Queen and Slim go to the home of the Shepherds, but when the neighbor recognizes them, a SWAT team shows up outside, and the Shepherds have the Queen and Slim hide in the crawl space under the bed in their room. As they go to take a spare car from the Shepherd's garage, a black officer stumbles upon them and lets them go. A man who spots their car in one morning leads them to a friend with a plane that can get them away. He drives them into the tarmac, but as the two walk toward the plane, a squad of cops corner them. An overzealous cop then shoots Queen in the chest, instantly killing her. Devastated, Slim picks up her corpse and carries her toward the cops, leading them to gun him down as well. News of the tragic end to the manhunt is publicized everywhere, and the couple's real names, Angelina Johnson and Ernest Hines, are made public. Hundreds of civilians attend their funerals and view them as martyrs and heroes. Alright, also on Friday, we will be doing Playmobil the movie, 2019 film. Here's a plot to this film. Marla is a formerly free-spirited girl who has grown up to be irresponsible yet overprotective in order to care for her brother Charlie, who has grown lonely and disconnected from her after the death of their parents. One night, Charlie sneaks out to visit a toy museum with a Playmobil exhibit. After Marla arrives and scolds at Charlie for running away, a lighthouse eliminates them and transports them to the Playmobil world. Marla and Charlie find themselves in the middle of a Viking battle, and Charlie helps them until he is kidnapped by some pirates. Frantic to find their brother, Marla goes to the nearest town hoping to ask for help, and runs into Dell, the driver of a food truck whose client refuses to pay him over pink hay that causes the town's horses to sprout wings. As Marla tries to form a pause to find Charlie, Dell gets her out of trouble when she shows Viking gold to the whole town, and agrees to help Marla and find her brother in exchange for the gold. Marla and Dell run into Rex Dasher, a secret agent and an old friend of Dell. Rex explains that the number of characters have disappeared, and the group sneaks into a villainous spy headquarters to find information about the disappearances. Despite some issues, they successfully gather the data and escape, but Rex is later captured by the pirates. He is taken away to Constantinopolis and finds Charlie, who had been locked up with other characters by Emperor Maximus, who intends to have the prisoners fight to their deaths. Rex tells Charlie that Marla had been looking for him, which encourages Charlie to break away. However, he later allows himself to be recaptured, so the other characters could escape. Dale recognizes that the device used by the pirates belongs to Glenara, an alien crime lord. After meeting with her in exchange for information, Dell offers to pay twice as much as he owes her. Glenara agrees and reveals that she sold the device to Maximus. However, Dell is unable to uphold his end of the bargain, as Muller only had two pieces of gold left. Angered, Glenara captures them and attempts to drop them into a portal, but they are spread by Glenara's robot servant, Robotitron, who hacks the portal and drops the group into a forest. Dell leaves the group, upset by Marla's deception. Marla and Robotitron get lost in the forest until Marla accidentally hits a fairy godmother, who encourages her to continue her search and sends her to Constantinople. Arriving at the city, Marla reaches the Colosseum, where Charlie is about to fight the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Charlie and Marla work together to fight off the T-Rex, but to no avail. Dell soon arrives with his food truck, and Marla uses the last of Dell's pink hay to turn their T-Rex harmless. An enraged Maximus orders his guards to arrest them, but the guards are revealed themselves to be Rex and the missing warriors, who then lock Maximus inside a cage. As everyone celebrates their victory, Marla and Charlie use the T-Rex to fly back to the lighthouse and return to the real world, where it is revealed that they were missing for only the 5 minutes. On good terms, Marla promises to Charlie that their relationship will be mended. In a mid-credit scene, one of the security guards finds a figure of Maximus on the floor next to a cage. As he places him on top of Mount Olympus, Maximus's laugh is heard. Alright, also on Friday, we will be doing Up 2009 film. Here's the plot in this film. In the 1930s, the shy 80-year-old Carl Fredrickson idolizes famous explorer Charles F. Muntz when Muntz is accused of fabricating the skeleton of a giant exotic bird. He says he discovered at Paradise Falls. He vows not to return until he captures one alive. One day, Carl befriends an extroverted girl named Ellie. Also a Muntz fan, she confides to Carl her desire to move her clubhouse, an abandoned house is in the neighborhood, to a cliff overlooking Paradise Falls. Carl and Ellie grow up, marry, and live in the restored house. After Ellie suffers a miscarriage, and they are told they cannot have a child, the couple remembers their childhood dream of visiting Paradise Falls. They saved for a trip, but repeatedly have to spend the money on more pressing needs. They nonetheless live a happy life. After their retirement from their jobs at the local zoo, Carl buys plane tickets to Paradise Falls, but Ellie suddenly falls ill, and dies. Years later, in the present day, Carl still lives in the house by stubbornly holding out while the other old neighborhood homes are torn down and replaced by skyscrapers. When he accidentally injures a construction worker, the court deems him a public menace and orders him to move into a retirement home. However, Carl resolves to keep his promise, but to Ellie by turning his house into a makeshift airship. Using thousands of helium balloons saved from his old job as a balloon salesman, Russell, a young wilderness explorer who visits Carl in his effort to earn his final merit badge, resisting the elderly, becomes an accidental stowaway. The flying house encounters a cumulonimbus storm and ends up high above South America. The house lands on a teepee opposite Paradise Falls. Carl and Russell harness themselves to a still buoyant house and begin to walk it across the mesa, hoping to reach the falls before the balloons deflate. Russell encounters the tall, colorful bird, whom he names Kevin. They then meet a golden retriever named Doug, who wears a special collar that allows him to speak and who vows to take the bird to his master. The next day, they encounter a pack of aggressive dogs led by Alpha, the Doberman Pinscher, and are taken to their master, who turns out to be an elderly Charles Muntz. Muntz invites Carl and Russell aboard his dirigible, where he explains to them that he is still desperately searching for the giant bird he promised to bring back, which is revealed to be of Kevin's species. Carl begins to realize that Muntz's obsession with finding the bird has driven him insane. When Russell notes the bird's similarity to Kevin, Muntz becomes hostile, thinking they are attempting to capture the bird themselves and alluding to other suspected rivals having faced death at his hands. Carl and Russell flee with Kevin and Doug, but Muntz captures Kevin and starts a fire beneath Carl's house, forcing them to choose between saving it or Kevin. Carl saves the house, allowing Muntz to capture Kevin. Russell is upset at Carl for giving Kevin to Muntz. The two then arrive at Paradise Falls. Carl looks through Ellie's childhood scrapbook and is surprised to find that she has filled in the blank pages with photos of their marriage, along with a note written from their hospital bed, thanking him for the adventure and encouraging him to have a new one. A repentant Carl goes outside, only to see Russell sailing off with some balloons and a propulsive leaf blower to rescue Kevin. By throwing out his furniture and keepsakes, Carl lightens the house enough to follow. Doug shows up and Carl lets him stay with him. Russell is captured by Muntz, but Carl manages to board the dirigible, tether the house, and free Russell and Kevin. Doug saddles Alpha with a cone of shame and thereby unexpectedly becomes the dog's new leader. Muntz furiously pursues them around the airship and disables Carl's house, but he inadvertently gets his foot caught on some loose balloon lines, causing him to fall into his death. The house, having lost too many balloons to fly, descends out of sight through the clouds. Carl and Russell reunite Kevin with her chicks and fly the dirigible back home. Russell receives his assisting the elderly badge, and Carl presents Russell with the Ellie badge, a great grape soda bottle cap that Ellie gave to Carl when they first met. Afterwards, Carl and Russell sit together eating ice cream while counting the approaching cars like Russell used to do with his dad. Unbeknownst to Carl, the house has landed on the cliffs beside Paradise Falls, exactly where Ellie had pictured it, fulfilling Carl's promise. The credits show Carl and Russell living their new life together. Alright, also on Friday, we will be doing WALL-E 2008 film. Yep, that's right. Here's a plot to this film. Okay, I don't know what the dog's barking at, but you know, class, the dog's barking outside, so I have to ignore him much. In the 29th century, rampant consumerism and environmental neglect have turned Earth into a garbage-strewn wasteland. Humanity is nowhere to be found, having been evacuated by the mega corporation by and large, BNL, or on giant starliners. 7 centuries earlier, of the robotic trash compactors left by BNL to clean up, only one remains operational, a waste allocation, load lifter, Earth class, or Wally. One day, Wally's routine is broken up by the arrival of an unmanned probe carrying the extraterrestrial vegetation evaluator, or Eve, sent to scan the planet for plant life. Wally is smitten by the sleek, otherworldly robot, but she goes into standby when he shows her his most recent find, a living seedling. The probe returns to collect Eve and the plant, and with Wally clinging on, returns to its membership, the Starliner Axiom. In the centuries since the Axiom left Earth, its passengers have degenerated into helpless corpulence due to laziness and microgravity. Their every whim catered to by machines. Captain McCrea, used to sitting back while his robotic Lieutenant Otto flies to the ship, is taken aback by a positive probe response, but learns that placing the plant in the ship's holodetector will trigger a hyperjump back to Earth so humanity can begin recolonization. The plant proves to be missing from Eve's storage compartment, though, and she blames Wally for its disappearance. With the plant missing, Eve is deemed faulty and taken to diagnostics. Wally proceeds to free her along with the other faulty robots, causing them to be designated rogue. Frustrated, Eve tries to send Wally home on an escape pod, but they are interrupted when Otto's first mate, Bill 4, arrives and stows the stolen plane in a pod set to self-destruct. Wally saves the plant from being lost for good, and he and Eve reconcile, celebrating with a dance in space around the Axiom. Eve brings the plant back to McCrea, who watches Eve's recordings of Earth and concludes that they have to go back. However, Otto refuses, revealing his own secret no-return directive A113, issued after BNL inaccurately concluded centuries ago that the planet could not be saved. When McCrea countermands his directive, Otto mutinized, electrocuting Wally and shutting Eve down and throwing them both down the garbage chute. McCrea struggles with Otto while Eve, who has been reactivated by a mouse robot, helps Wally bring the planet to the ship's holodetector. Otto crashes Wally in the holodetector, but McCrea deactivates Otto and Eve inserts the plant, initiating a hyperjump. Arriving back on Earth, Eve repairs Wally, but finds that his memory has been reset and his personality is gone. Heartbroken, Eve gives Wally a farewell kiss, which sparks his memory and restores his original personality. Wally and Eve reunite as the humans and robots of the Axiom take their first steps on Earth. During the credits, humans and robots are shown learning to farm, fish, and build, turning the ravaged planet into a paradise. Alright. That's all the home video releases we got. So second, we will be doing Monkey Pictures and Roman Cat Productions and Donkey Teeth Company shorts. It is about Shrek, who has been inside the swamp for lots of days, while Donkey was telling the fairy tale creatures to tell Shrek that the fairy tale creatures has been kidnapped by Lord Farquaad. But Gingerbread Man and Lord Farquaad are being talking to each other, and the magic mirror on the wall wants Lord Farquaad to save the princess while Lord Farquaad gets a tournament for them. Alright, that's all the shorts we got. So third, we will be doing Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus series. I got the S20 Plus. It's at yesterday, so you guys can have it. And when you're done, give it back to me, please. Well, but during March break, I had to use Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus to make a continuation of these films we can do. Okay, good class. So the story continues when Tamaki Iroha gets a message to the text. Iroha Tamaki tells that Ai wants them to jump off the radio tower, but maybe reluctantly tells Miro Konohata that Iroha Tamaki jumps off the radio tower into her death, and so she leaves when the girl finds out that her name was Ai, and so I was trying to get Mei into Seton Academy's place, but Mei runs away, turning out to be a magical girl in Kamehama City, in Kamehama Middle School, and so Yoshio, Yui Tsuruno, and Felicia Mitsuki goes to a central tower in Kamehama to find out Mei is being captured by Ai. Alright. That's all I got for today. Let's do some work now. Hey, Sharky. Hi. Are you ready for staying here? Yeah. Well, I guess should be good. Yeah, hope so. I guess like all things happened, like during this week. Yeah, it was the first week of March. It is first week of March, right? That's right. Because we need to do something. When do we need to do something? Why? What are we gonna do? We had to upload the video after Class 3 students done their work. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think the Class 3 students will work, and I'll upload the video too. Okay. Alright, let's get on to it, okay? Okay, good.